did you not see this coming? My God, we came this close. The old man could have buried us all. Our families.
Do you think you feel more betrayed than I do? Get some perspective, please. Janus is dead. Lucas Gray is about to join him.
And a cornered animal is twice as dangerous.
Let's be perfectly clear. We were not exposed. The threat is neutralized. We are back on track.
Even so, from this point on, we expect you to take...
No, there is no way I'm doing that. How can you question my loyalty?
In case treachery is contagious.
Do you really want to do this to me?
Is there a problem, Secretary?
No problem whatsoever, Madam. Here's to loyalty.
My man on the island confirms that the Constant has arrived. We head out at sundown. Here, in case the crew get ideas.
Why are you doing this, Mr. Gray? You had a chance to walk away. Why didn't you?
A year ago, I'm working security for this banker, Cobb, only to find out he's a Providence operative. I've been running for decades, only to wind up where I started. We've all got barcodes on the back of our heads. Most people just never notice. 47 told me about your parents. How did they die?
Car bomb. Surrey, 1989. Company named Blue Seed didn't care to pay for the mistakes. But I like to think no one's untouchable.
I'm sorry for your loss.
You feel it, don't you? Unlike him, you feel it all. Everything you've done.
It's a dangerous thing. Having a conscience.
Attention, gentlemen. Our source on the island just made a critical discovery. The Constant has a poison chip embedded in his neck. A failsafe, in case he's compromised.
Damn it. We should have expected something like this. So, we subdue the Constant before he has time to react.
Not that simple. The device is remote triggered, and during his stay on the island, 2 kill switches have been entrusted to twin sisters Zoe and Sophia Washington, 2 young, ambitious Providence operatives and newly appointed chairwomen of the Ark Society. Apparently, even the Constant is unaware of this arrangement.
Right, change of plans. We divide and conquer. 47 takes out the Washingtons, while I figure out a way to get the Constant off the island. It'll be tight, but once we're back at the ship, we should be able to surgically remove the chip before the partners have time to react. 47?
Tell me about the targets.
I know them from the archive. Zoe and Sophia's father is president of a powerful conservative think tank, one of Providence's prime assets. The apples don't fall far from the tree.
No saints either. According to ICA files, the twins are pampered socialites who get their kicks from treasure hunting. Commanding a band of trigger-happy mercenaries, Zoe and Sophia prowl the world in search for ancient relics. With little regard for local culture or even human life, they stop at nothing to claim their prize. Well, collateral damage they may be, but safe to say, they have it coming.
The Isle of Scale. Headquarters of the Ark Society.
Founded by Janus in 1991, the Ark Society is the world's most exclusive club. Its plutocratic members fear the downfall of civilization, and they are willing to pay huge sums to ensure their own survival. Once a year, they gather here to shop the latest survival products and to showcase new initiatives and breakthroughs.
Right. These gatherings are shrouded in mystery, so we have limited intel on what to expect on the other side of the walls. The Washington twins are hosting their first annual gathering as chairwomen of the Ark Society, and the Constant is known to attend every year. Beyond that, you're on your own. Good luck, gentlemen. I dare say you're going to need it.
Ah, one more, I see. Won't you join us? Ah, I see someone's in a hurry to get inside. Well, no one can
How are you today, sir?
Yeah, back in the day, it was just...
Good evening, sir.
So, what's with the donation bowl? Well, once the bowl is full...
The thing about traveling is that you get to see new things and learn about the world. Well, now that the collapse is easy to get forward up, right?
Locking mechanism fails and Miss Washington won't be able to escape. What sort of a maniac would lock herself inside a burning effigy without proper measures?
Same kind of repels into an ancient temple.
Stop!
You do it. Seriously, I'll pay you.
Me? You're the master of ceremony.
I'm a multiple Tony award-winning playwright. And famously reclusive. It's part of my brand. I'll never go on the spot like this. Besides, I do chamber plays, not spectacle. What if people hate it? Shit, they'll hate it.
They won't hate it, Mr. Fenniger. It's just entertainment.
Entertainment? Oh, good Lord, what have I done? How did I let her talk me into this?
Should I tell Miss Washington that you won't be going on stage? Everyone's waiting for you.
God, no. No, she frightens me. Just, Just give me a moment to control my nerves.
All right, Mr. Fennegar. Break a leg. Uh-huh.
All right, stay put. I'll take a look. You don't have to say that again. What was that noise?
Ah, Mr. Fennegar. Excellent.
The crowd was starting to get restless. Fennegar.
Thank Christ. Ready when you are.
Who's this guy? Oh, it must be the MOC.
A handsome pledge, and yet a drop in the ocean. Zoe Washington, the Ark Society recognizes you as our founder's rightful successor, our inspiration, our guiding light, the custodian of our future.
Patrons of the Ark Society, you are part of a select, chosen few. Our founder, Janus, showed us how to survive. But survival is not enough. We must live and we must soar. The Ark Society must not only commit itself to survival, but to progress, be it our next home in the stars or the next step in human evolution. This is the eternal purpose of the elite. Not just to lead, but to lead from the front. When the time comes and all comes tumbling down, when mankind retreats once more into caves of superstition, we will keep the fire alight. We will be the torchbearers, the trailblazers and pioneers. Do not feel guilty for your privilege. Be proud. Be fearless. For the future is ours to shape.
Evening.
Look at you, Fennegar. All dressed to kill. Now, let's do this thing. Light her up.
As the world burns, we rise from its ashes, not just to survive, but to live.
One target down. Nice work, 47. Next up, Sophia Washington.
Master.
Oh, hello, Axel. Keeping warm in there?
Telling me they have that. Get me a Sazerac? Neat.
A Sazerac? Certainly.
You donating this year?
The Cloud Serpent. They say it belonged to Montezuma himself. It was lost for over 500 years.
deny my answer. Here, Liv has the necklace in her hand. When Nathaniel repels from the thing, it triggers this danger.
Is the council still in session?
No, they've called a recess. Sophia Washington wants them to pass some kind of motion, but one of the council members is fighting her tooth and nail.
Huh. Wouldn't happen to be Jebediah Block, the coal baron, would it?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Well, I happen to know he's on the council. He's one of the original five. You know, the first one the Arkansas back in 51. Plus, I just walked in on Sophia Washington's creamy block.
Oh, well, then yes, no problem. The gift are being loaded up exactly as planned.
Good. I can tell you take the ARPA seriously as the rest of us.
Okay, don't forget.
What? Okay. Contact.
Bah humbug. The council has been usurped by nothing. This phone binding
Of course not. We're the secret society. It's not like we can take our disagreements to court.
What? What?
Say what?
I hate to say this, Jebediah, but Miss Washington makes a valid point. Climate change denial is certainly well solved, but the world is finally catching up. The Corona Treaty is only the beginning. Change is coming.
Bah humbug. The council has been usurped by nothing. This vote can't possibly be binding, can it?
Mr. Block. Okay.
Whatever it was, it's finished or gone away.
Okay then.
Oh shit. What do you do?
Sophia the schemer. What's she up to this time?
You know that Kronstadt designer in charge of the brain upload program?
Sure. What did he do?
I don't know. But she seems really
Did I miss the keynote?
Afraid so.
Oh, shoot. I really wanted to learn more about the Titan project.
Good evening, Sophia.
Well,
Miss Washington, after due consideration, I have revised my position. I would like to support your motion.
well, look at you, Block. Finding your good sense and manners. Come along, then. I'll call a vote at once.
We were knights and nobles. No.
I knew you'd come around. You're stubborn, Block, but you're not a schmuck. You know I'm right. The analysts at my father's think tank have been grinding the data for months, and they are rarely wrong. The Karuna Agreement, climate litigation. We estimate that fossil fuel companies like yours have a decade, at best, before you're all resigned to the junkyard of history. And what kind of secret society would we be if we didn't keep each other in power?
What indeed?
I knew we could talk sense. Just vote in favor of my motion, and I promise you, Block, you'll power the world for decades to come. Who cares how, as long as you're the one getting paid.
Ain't that the truth?
Friends and founders, the recess is over. Let's return to the council room and proceed with the vote. Let's reiterate. For decades, you, the titans of the energy industry, have conspired to obscure the truth about climate change through lobbying, misinformation, and propaganda. This strategy has been incredibly successful, but all good things must come to an end. It is time for you to adapt or die, ladies and gentlemen. This is why our analysts have devised a 10-year transition plan to keep you in power. Play this right, and you will not only thrive, but this time, you will be the good guys. In other words, you have nothing to lose. So, everyone in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Yay or nay, Block? Silence is consent.
Nay.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Nay.
Oh, for the love of... idiot.
Son of a...
Blocked. You stupid.
That's... 4 ayes and 1 nay. Jebediah Block vetoes the motion. This council is adjourned until further notice. Block. A word? Upstairs. Right away, please. So, are you gonna tell me what the hell you're playing at?
Just looking out for number 1.
Don't be an idiot. There's no future in coal, Block. You have one choice. Go green or go extinct. Now, personally, I don't give a shit if you go the way of the dodo, but you are one of the Ark Society's biggest contributors. We'd hate to lose your business. Besides, if terrestrial coal goes under, who will pay for your children's survival? Your grandkids. After all, nobody says disaster will strike in our lifetime. You have a moral duty to stay rich, Block.
Nice try. But I don't have grandchildren.
You just had to make this difficult, didn't you? Here's the deal, Block. My family and I, we serve a group of powerful individuals who prefer to stay anonymous. Letting the climate go to hell in a handbasket has served their interests well, but only up to a point. You see, they are sitting on some patents that'll knock your socks off. Weather control systems, recycling pollution as fuel, cold fusion, you name it. And they plan to make trillions protecting the world from the very threat they worked so hard to create. But to do so, they need you guys to quite literally stop fighting windmills.
Huh. The truth at last. And what's in it for Jebediah Block?
Gentlemen, please give me and Mr. Block a moment. I offered you a carrot. Now, here's the stick. We know about Montana, Block. The mine collapse in 2015. It would be a
Both targets down. Impressive work, 47. And now, to confront the Constant. Mr. Gray, what's your status?
I'm at the helicopter, but the place is crawling with security. 47, you better bring the Constant to one of the boats in the harbor where it's quiet. You can use the kill switch to coerce him.
The Washingtons are dead. I have the kill switch.
What did you say? How could you know about that?
You will head towards the harbor. No sudden moves, no signs or warnings. I will trigger the device if I need to.
I know you. The boy in the picture. You have his eyes. You're Burnwood's assassin.
Move.
Partners no more, I take it. I had a notion something didn't sit right with my mentor's betrayal. You murdered him, I take it, to get to me.
Not just that. He had it coming.
Interesting. It was my impression that you were cured of such sentiment. The good doctor built his serum specifically to target the seats of your emotions. Has Miss Burnwood's sense of justice rubbed off on you? I wonder.
Just keep walking.
Really important work, but it's like working for the fucking CIA or something. I wish they would just come out and tell the world about the society and all the good work we do before some damn hack slates us all in a time.
Did you ever try golf?
For what it's worth, Janus always found Ortmeyer's project distasteful, not to mention inefficient. But alas, sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt.
Oh, I know.
You know what it's about? Climate change. Sophia Washington is trying to persuade Janus's original 5 to embrace the green revolution.
That chance. The original 5 are all energy CEOs. These guys practically invented climate denial.
Oh no, I mean, they're not idiots. It's not like they want to screw up the planet. Energy companies just follow the money like everybody else. You're huge.
I take it this is not an ICA-sanctioned operation. What exactly does Miss Burnwood plan to achieve by targeting her clients? Violating her own code?
She's doing it for us.
Us? For over a month. I have some of the world's most prominent people waiting to pay them their last respects.
I should have known. How does a man leave no trace? By not existing in the first place. Lucas Gray. Or was it Subject 6? He died when the Institute went up in flames, but no body was ever produced. And unlike you, his rage never faded. So, now you want the partners, the men behind the curtain who've caused you all this pain? Well, before you go knocking down a wall, you better make sure it's not load-bearing.
Shit. The guests are gonna notice. I'm gonna get my ass fired. No way.
I'm glad I'm rich, though. I was rich before I married him, and now I don't even know how much money I have.
Okay, stop playing. I need the floor program. That's what makes them such great predators. They don't waste time on details. Rich assholes like that, they simply don't see us because we don't matter in their big plan.
You mind leaving us alone for a second?
Oh, I can't believe I forgot to put on my thermal underwear. I'm starting to freeze my arse off out here.
Enough talking. You'll do plenty of that later. We're here. Get on the boat.
Mr. Edwards, still think this is maintenance?
Oh, Miss Burnwood, what have you done? Changing horses midstream? Truly unprofessional.
You know what we want.
Where is the carrot?
No carrot. You're useless to the partners. Compromised. Even if we let you live, you can never return. Why die protecting them?
When I can drag them down with me.
It's a bad hand, but it's all you've got.
Three families. That's all it took. The Ingrams, the Carlyles, the Stuyvesants. 3 dynasties, secretly pooling their resources over generations, creating a singularity so dense that nothing escapes its gravity.
Never heard of them.
Well, they've heard of you. In fact, you just became the top of their agenda.
Go. We can't give them time to retaliate.
Don't take your eyes off him.
Be careful.
Well, here we are again. I must admit I am disappointed, Miss Burnwood. I had such big plans for you.
Save it. I know the truth now. You're outplayed. You have nothing left to bargain with.
You were so certain, so sure of the people closest to you. He never fails, does he? He never misses his mark. You found a window into his past. And yet, something else remains hidden. A simple truth you learned long ago.
Diana!
Coming!
No one, Miss Burnwood, is untouchable.